TravelFlo understands your laboratory business and what makes it tick, but they want to help you understand your dentist's practice and business. So they've asked me to talk to you today about some of the forces that are shaping dentistry today that'll have an impact on how we do business with them in the future. The three things I want to talk about are debt, insurance, and the large big box group practices. The first thing to remember is that the average dentist today is graduating with almost $300,000 in debt, and that's going to impact their decisions about how they practice, where they practice, how quickly they need to get up and running and making a good income. Gone are the days where they come in and work for a substandard wage as an associate in a practice and grow into your doctor's practice. Instead, they're very often going to the third option I was going to talk about, the large DMSOs or DSOs, the large Aspens and Bright Smiles and Heartlands and Pacific Dental Services, those large group practices. The second construct that's affecting them is their insurance reimbursement. Insurance reimbursements continue to decline year after year, so much so that today, it was almost zero when I graduated in 1981, and I know that was the dark ages and you stepped on dinosaur crap and all that. But when I graduated from dental school, there was no such thing as a PPO, which is a deeply discounted insurance plan, preferred provider organization. So now those panels account for 80% of all the dental insurance out there. And more of the traditional insurances are becoming PPOs. And that means another 10, 15, 20, 25% reduction in what the dentist is getting paid for a procedure. And those include crowns. And crowns have laboratory bills. And so the dentist, not knowing how to build value and communicate that very well to the patient because they didn't go to business school, looks over their shoulder and says, I see my lab back here. I'll find a lab that's cheaper. And that's why 33% of the work goes offshore. The final construct, the final force that's shaping dentistry today is the DSOs, the big boxes. And you know, they don't pay premium wage or premium anything. Some of those places, not all, some are great. Some of those places actually tell you how many times you have to use a burr before you can replace it. So cost management is the scheme there. So do you see how all these forces make it even more important for us to differentiate ourselves and find ways to retain and insulate our best doctors from the competition and some of these forces?